It's recording.
Yep, it's recording.
All right. Welcome to episode dose of the Hafu show.
Yep.
We're going to be talking about adolescence, the friends we made in high school, and then the different animes that we watched.
Yeah, I like the choices of topics there. Childhood stories, people we know, and also anime. That's a big part of our childhood there. Or adolescence.
Well, it was a big part of mine because that's when I actually started watching a lot of anime.
The joke's on you. That was the time I stopped watching anime. I remember I specifically used to go around getting pissed off about people watching anime because it bastardized my culture.
And now here you are watching more than I do.
I actually haven't watched any in a while. Like, sometimes at work, if there's nothing going on, I'll read like a couple mangoes and that's about it.
That sounds about right, but that's still more than I do. Last mango I tried reading was... What was my last one? I forgot.
Didn't you, like, watch through all of Kimetsu no Yaiba?
Yeah, I did.
Yeah, therefore you watched more than I have. I think I
watched one series. You've read and watched more things than I have in
as far as
year
watch
than I have in 3 years.
As far as watch goes, the closest I've watched is actually I take it back. I watched JoJo and stopped at part 4.
Still 3 seasons worth of.
No, well, JoJo I started watching, but when they first started airing, what was the one after Battle Tendencies? Or Battle Tendency, I forget the name of it now.
Stardust Crusaders?
Thank you, yeah, when they started airing Stardust Crusaders on Toonami, that's around the time I stopped watching, because, I stopped watching Toonami. Dude, there's only so much Dragon Ball and fucking Naruto you can take before you go nuts. I like Dragon Ball, but I don't need to see Dragon Ball Z Kai followed up by Dragon Ball Super followed up by another episode of Dragon Ball Z. That just got to me. What the hell just happened? Well, alright. Damn, this is the episode where everything goes wrong. Alright, hold on, give me 1 second. Right. Man. The Half Show, ladies and gentlemen. The only live show that does a pre-tape on episode 2. And, while the people end up dying halfway through. Shit. I guess I'll entertain you guys for a good minute. Yeah, so, yeah, last week was fun. We did, the first, I guess the video for lack of a better term. And, here we are, episode 2, supposed to be a live show. Nope, we're pre-taping this. Yeah, can't even be committed for more than 2 weeks. Man. Alright, I'm gonna edit the hell out of this. Alright. Well, I guess since we already talked about it, and I'm waiting for Kodai to have his Mongolian internet checked, I might as well talk about JoJo. Yeah, JoJo is a damn good show. I'm sure none of you guys have ever heard of such a show. What? Oh. It was my end that was dead this whole time. And all hell is breaking loose. Alright. So yeah, Battle Tendency was the best one in my opinion. Everything is going wrong at this very moment.
Alright, Skype decided just to have an aneurysm.
Oh. Well, I tried to entertain people with a review of JoJo, and that didn't work out too well. Every time I started talking about JoJo, something on my computer started ringing, or my phone started ringing. But
I have no idea what happened.
I think that was on my end. I think turns out I forgot to disconnect from my VPN.
Ah,
We're not getting sponsored, so I'm not saying which company.
damn you, VPN company that will not be named, who's not sponsoring us.
Yeah, both of you, because I know of two
You're
big
using
ones.
two.
No, I only use one. Well, actually, no, I take it back. I did use. Did have two for a while, because for some reason one of them stopped doing like I couldn't get on Netflix anymore for some reason.
I was about to say, no, that's paranoia taken a little too far.
No, I'm not that, bro. If I really want, fucking Onion or not Onion, what's it called? Tor. Worst comes to worst, but no, I'm not gonna use that.
You know what's really cool about, so it's unsponsored, but NordVPN, they have an onion. They have an onion that you can connect to.
No, I know. I'm laughing about the fact they're like, you know what, man, fuck those two companies. They ain't sponsored the show. Immediately followed up by, oh yeah, so NordVPN is really awesome.
I didn't know that that's the one you were talking about.
No, that's what I meant by two. I only ever heard of two companies ever advertising on like YouTube for some reason. That's NordVPN and I want to say ExpressVPN.
Surfshark and ExpressVPN, so there's three.
I had never heard of Surfshark.
Yeah, Surfshark is another supposed to be a decent VPN. I don't know much about it.
Yeah. But
where were we? Where was I?
Oh,
whenever
right,
I was
the
so
anime
rudely
conversation.
interrupted. All right.
Alright, so yeah. I stopped watching JoJo the first time about 3 or 4 years ago when I think they just started doing or airing Stardust Crusaders on Toonami. But I just had to quit watching Toonami after a while because there's only so much Dragon Ball you can take. So it was like Dragon Ball Kai, the final chapter, I believe it was called. Then Dragon Ball Super, because they all had to make way, they took all, they stopped airing One Piece because they had to make fucking room for Dragon Ball Z.
Jeez.
Like I said, I like Dragon Ball, but I don't need to watch that much.
Yeah. I've always, I respect what Dragon Ball's done for anime in general, but whenever you have to go, whenever you're around it your entire life in Japan, it gets kind of annoying to see it everywhere, because it's just like, alright, it's kind of like how I feel about Black Clover, how they're trying to make that the big number 4 anime.
That's the new Toriko?
Yeah. Toriko is actually good. I don't care what anyone fucking says. Toriko is fantastic.
I hated Toriko with a passion.
I love the fact that there was a big dude hunting and eating. Just that's the entire show. There was really no story. He just literally ate. And I was just like, I respect that.
Man. Well, alright, I can't call you the word I want to call you. But what a loser.
But
if I want to see a big guy eating people, I would watch Full Metal Alchemist.
It's been so long. I've seen bits and pieces of Full Metal, but I haven't actually sat down and watched it. I know about the Chimera dog and how that broke the internet.
Well, I watched the original before it broke the internet, and I was a broken mess.
Oh, really?
Oh, hell yeah. It was fucking sad.
I just know it's just a dog. I didn't know the story behind it.
Alright, so basically there was, I forget his name, but there was a guy, if I remember correctly, he was an alchemist doing research and stuff. He takes his daughter and pretty much makes her into a chimera with, the family pet.
Uh-huh.
And he goes up, or she goes up to Edward and, says, Edward. Fucking Edward realizes what the fuck is going on. And eventually she gets killed by a guy named Scar. It wasn't even.
Scar.
His name is Scar because he has a giant scar on his face. If that wasn't too obvious.
How creative.
Yeah. Oh, here. Oh wait. Well, I guess I'm not sharing screen right now, but here's Scar, by the way. Yeah. Whoa. I wonder why his name is Scar.
I'm trying to figure out where I've seen that Scar before, and it wasn't from Full Metal Alchemist.
I was about to say probably from Full Metal Alchemist.
It wasn't this guy. He was on a different character. It'll come back to me eventually.
I forget the name of the.
I like how like
Nina
Microsoft Bing literally had Chimera Dog for sale as a thing.
Oh, and here's the kid and dog, by the way, right there.
Oh.
And eventually,
Did it go crazy?
No, from what I remember, Scar just had to. At least I watched the original series. From what I remember, basically Scar has to kill things in order to stay alive.
Oh.
Yeah, and I'm trying to find
kill
the
a child.
Well, it was a Chimera Dog, sir, and even then, would you want? I think this thing kind of wants to die. I'm trying to find the actual, well, the original series death, because like it was, like this thing was blown the fuck up against the wall.
Oh wow.
I didn't know there was a live action. What's it called? Full Metal Alchemist.
Apparently, it wasn't great.
Well, I mean, it's a live action movie. What did you expect? Scar. Oh shit.
What's that demon-looking thing?
What demon-looking thing?
Well, if you go back, it's the third row.
This one? No.
No. Third row. All that.
This one? That looks like Greed.
Ah, okay.
But anyways, I have fond, as much as people hated the original series, I have fond memories of it because it was the first anime I ever watched with my mom.
And
yeah,
that'll do it.
Yeah, and that was around the time me and my mom didn't exactly, get along.
Yeah.
Because, I was a fucking dumbass kid.
you were a typical teenager.
I was a typical teenager. I was overflowing with hormones.
Some newfound testosterone.
No, with the amount of soy I was eating back then, I don't think there was any newfound testosterone. Well, as we mentioned in the last recording, I was eating 3 things of natto on top of shitloads of rice, which is sugar, which also can decrease our testosterone levels. Doused in soy sauce. Like, I'm talking damn. I may as well have grabbed the soy sauce bottle, opened it up, and just drank from it. Actually, I think I've done that a couple times now that I think about it.
Shoot, I think a lot of people have done that.
Well, when I say done that, I meant, like, repeatedly, not once or twice. Because, like I said, I was an idiot back then.
It's the one thing I've never drank. I've never, like, full-on drank soy sauce.
Well,
I did it from, like, the little plate that you get at sushi, because I was curious. It's like, is this like a broth or something? Nope.
You're kind of making me want to puke.
Why? You don't want to do shots of soy sauce?
No. I'm at the point in life now where if I try to eat soy sauce, I can't eat soy sauce. Sorry, not if I try to. I just can't fucking. Well, I can't eat anything with soy sauce in it. It just tastes like awful. Yeah, see, that's how bad soy sauce is. Just thinking about it makes me.
Because you live in a country that lives off of soy sauce.
Well, all I have to do is, not eat it.
Most of the things here are doused in soy sauce.
Not everything. Well, let's see.
Most.
Let's just go down the list. I don't like sushi anyway, starting off.
True.
Sashimi, I usually just eat fucking, sorry, I'm trying not to cuss so much. This is a family-friendly show and all. Despite me talking about shoving Jenga blocks up my ass on, but right from the get-go. But, sashimi I can eat without soy sauce. Oh, granted, I prefer not to eat sashimi.
I usually eat my sashimi without soy sauce.
Let's see what else is there. Ramen. That obviously that's gonna have soy in it. That's a given. Yeah. But as long as it's not the shoyu aji or shoyu whatever the fuck. I have fucking
broth.
Yeah, I didn't want to say broth. I was trying to remember the actual word, but I can't. But as long as it's not like soy sauce broth, I can eat it.
Isn't it dashi?
I don't know. I haven't had ramen in a while. I don't eat that filth. Jesus Christ.
You can always go for a nice bowl of ramen.
Sorry, I'm on, well, you see me sharing screen. I just saw a picture of Gabe, and he looks like a wizard now.
He looks like Gandalf.
Yeah. Man, I wish I had hair like him. But, well, that's what we're talking about, sorry. Oh, right, the last time I even thought about eating ramen, well, actually, I try not to eat fucking anything with carbs in it in general now. For obvious reasons. Yeah, just because fucking trying to lose weight and stuff. We'll save all that for, like, a later episode.
That will be in adulthood.
Yeah, adulthood.
Late adolescence.
If any of you fat some bitches want to know how to lose weight, let me know.
Watch everyone be not fat.
Most likely. But you never know, there might be some guy out there that's like, holy shit, I'm pretty fat, I want to lose weight, what should I do? I can at least be like, alright, well, this is what you do. First of all, don't eat.
First of all, find Jesus. That's what you need to do first. Everything else will sort itself out eventually.
I've actually been told that worked out great.
Really?
Yeah, so me and my old man talked about it several times. It was like, well, Jesus or God has a plan for everything. What's the plan for me being fat, Dad?
For you to know that you don't want to be fat and fix it.
Yeah. You're giving me mixed signals, Dad. 1 second you're saying if you don't like something about yourself, change it. Now you're saying God had a plan for me being fat.
Well, I mean, I suppose it did guide you to wanting to lose weight, so there's that.
Actually, me and my old man had an argument about God this morning.
I've never had an argument like that before.
Well, I don't know. Your dad don't really seem all that religious, and somehow my dad is one of those Christians that's not really Christian, but for some reason is Christian. If that makes sense. Dad, you want to go to church since you're Christian? Nah, fuck that. I'm just going to sit here, do the one thing that every single Christian on earth I ever heard of said they aren't supposed to do, which is drinking. Talk about whooping people's ass. But hey! Fucker, you better not be saying goddamn in my motherfucking house! My old... Actually, now that I think about it, we got into 2 arguments in the last 2 days!
Jesus Christ, dude.
Yeah. So last night I kept saying goddamn and it pissed him off. Despite him having a burger named after him specifically for him saying goddamn. I doubt he wants me to say his real name on stream, so we'll just say blanks. So his favorite bar at the time had, used to serve food.
Yeah.
But that said bar named a burger after him called Blank's Goddamn Burgers.
Oh.
So that's how much he said it. Now he's telling me don't say it.
It's like, don't do as I do as I say.
Yep. So we gotta do an argument about that. Then I told him that I was, I've told you about this before, how my plan is when I die, I'm gonna go to whichever deity I see whenever I'm dead, I'm gonna immediately kick his ass.
Yeah.
Yeah, I said that, and he got really upset about that.
Some people just want to fight, bro.
Yep.
That's why you just get it, if you can.
I'm just gonna give my old man the finger when I'm dead and do it anyways. I'm gonna be like,
about right.
I'm gonna go up there like Stone Cold. I'm gonna kick whatever deity is up there in the junk, stunner, fingers in the air, get all up in his face, and like shit talk. And then I'm probably gonna drink a beer while I'm at shit. Damn, I wish I had some beer now that I think about it.
Gonna be American.
Yep. Yeah, did I ever send you that picture? Fuck it. Well, now I'm not logged into my computer, or I'm not logged into my Facebook on this computer right now, so I guess I can't show you the picture, but it had a picture. During 4th of July, someone put up a picture of George Washington giving a red coat Stone Cold Stunner.
Oh, yeah, I saw that.
I love that picture.
I have it saved on my phone. That's the most American thing ever.
Yep. Just as the Bible intended. Wait, now for a new segment I like to call what shows up on our YouTube recommended. Hey, Koda, you want to share boyfriends?
Well.
Should I go ahead and show this on the video here?
You can.
I mean...
Alright, Webtoon.
Let me see how to...
Polyamory? Go.
Yeah, nothing screams wholesome like fucking everything that moves.
Dang.
Where is it?
That's such a weird question to ask.
Ah, damn it. I don't have it. Alright. Yeah, here, we'll do this.
It's like if someone came up to me and said, "Do you want to share girlfriends?" Like, no, I don't.
Alright, yep, right
Go
there.
away.
Some good old wholesome polyamory.
I just like how random our recommended list is.
Yeah, 1 second we got mixing tomatoes with flour for one amazing result. Then we got VTubers. We got The Weeknd, followed up by, hey! Wanna share boyfriends?
We have League. We have just...
What? Oh, yeah,
it's at
League.
the bottom right.
Yeah. All just because we watch Scooch.
Once
On this particular channel. I'm trying to figure out where the VR chat stuff came from. Only thing I can think of is it has to be one of the VTubers we watched.
Have you seen Silvervale on our channel?
Not on this channel. And Silvervale is a VTuber, sir, not no damn VR whore.
I think it's the same thing.
No, it's not, Kodai! Are you gonna say Corday is a VR whore?
She's virtual reality.
Don't talk shit about my waifu, Kodai. I can't even say that with a straight face.
Now we have anime.
Alright, well, that was a perfect segue. Golden Retriever dad tells daughter playtime is over. Hey, speaking of Korone.
But with that anime out of the way, I think the first anime that I like watched when I was in high school was one called Kano-Kan, which is about a
Oh.
normal kid. He's a normal kid who meets a fox deity and what was the other one? A wolf? I forgot.
Uh.
But they both like him, and then they fight, and like they're fighting for his love, and then she's protecting him from all these other like
Yeah.
demons and stuff.
She's a
Then
wolf
she
spirit.
then she unleashes her like inner Super Saiyan to turn Super Fox thing and just takes on like almost takes on like the devil to protect this kid. I'm just like, if anime was like this, I'd watch it all the time. And
But Koda, you only like it because the main character, or it's a harem, and the main character's name is similar to your name.
one can fantasize. Who knows, man? Maybe a god wants to fight for me. I don't know. Protect me from all the demons. I like
This
how
is horseshit.
like, I like how Microsoft Bing's like search is so much prettier than Google's.
Yeah, more colors.
Like it's got actual color, and everything else is just black and white. This one's got like orange.
No, sorry, this is horseshit, Koda. Your goddamn anime where you relate to a character is a harem. Meanwhile, I can relate to Kinniku Man. All I'm ever doing is getting my ass kicked.
Which is actually what we used to do
Don't
when we
worry.
were in.
My other character. Oh, God.
Which is what we used to do in 7th grade.
Yeah. But don't worry, though, Kodai. The other anime I can relate to is I can't even say it. Kemono Michi, which is about a wrestler who likes to sniff dogs' asses for some reason.
Yeah.
Man, I've never been more fucking pissed off at a goddamn anime in my life.
What happened to this? You're not gonna try and curse it.
Oh, sorry. What's it called? Kemono Michi just ruined it for me. I thought, alright, I was expecting a wholesome story about a wrestler who just wants to go and protect the animals. Alright, fair enough. I can get behind that. That's the kind of show I want to see. No! What I got was borderline furry porno. And it's not, like, alright, I'm sure, well, you can see my screen still. No, it's not with these women. No. They look too human for him. No! It'll be stuff like this dragon thing here. He tries to sniff its rear end and pet it. And try to stick his junk in it for some reason.
Huh. That's very weird.
And before you ask, those were his words. No. Well, like, you'll look at the blonde-haired chick here. She's a vampire, right?
Mm-hmm.
It'll be stuff like, he'll look at her and say, no, I want nothing to do with you because you don't have any animal features.
That's so weird.
Yeah. Although I will admit, he does do the first thing I would do if I ever got transported to a world like this. The queen's all like, oh, you're the hero that I've summoned to help me out. Immediately, German suplexes her.
Duh.
Well, I can't German suplex. I don't have a good enough arch, so if anything, I would probably choke slam her.
I mean, what's his name? Brock Lesnar doesn't have a good arch. He just throws them.
He's a little bit different. He just throws them. He doesn't even have an arch.
It's almost like he just grabs a piece of like wood that he chopped down, and just throws it behind him.
There was that one time he suplexed what's his name? Seth Rollins when he didn't even know it was coming.
He flew across the ring.
Yeah.
Is what happened.
He flew across the ring and he wasn't even trying to.
It just happened.
Actually,
then the look on his face was beautiful. He was like, "What just happened?"
Yeah, he was just like, "Hey, what in the? Oh, all right, God, at least I finally got it. What the hell gets thrown?"
Right.
Man, now
Then
you can't maybe want to watch that now.
You were still watching wrestling when you were in high school, yeah?
About the tail end of high school is when I started rewatching what's called wrestling.
I remember you did a lot of the. You did, I think, I don't know if it's every pay per view you did, but I remember you watched most of them.
Yeah, about I think June. No, when did when WWE 2K13 came out? Because that was the one with the Attitude Era stuff. That was the time I started getting back into wrestling. Because honestly, there was a while when I just absolutely despised wrestling.
I mean, you hated what like a lot of the stories had become.
Yeah, like the wrestling that was going on at the time I stopped watching wasn't the wrestling I grew up with, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Because, you know, I liked it back when there was blood, obviously.
They weren't afraid to curse.
They weren't afraid to curse. The storylines actually made sense. It wasn't like, alright, well, we know this guy got his ass kicked for the last 3 years in a row, hasn't won a single match, he's champion now. Alright, what the fuck happened?
Jesus.
Yeah. We had, but not Husky Harris, what was his name? We had Braden Walker. That was a failed experiment. Like, so, in TNA, there was a wrestler named, what was it? He was, damn, now I can't remember anybody's name. He was a part of a team called America's Most Wanted, which was, I wish I could remember their names, but I can't for some. James Storm, sorry. It was his partner. Let me get his name real quick. Chris Harris, that's what it was. So, he was kind of a big deal. He was one of the tag team champions over in TNA. Gets hired by WWE. Shows up as Braden Walker. Oh, this was the greatest thing. He shows up. I'm sorry. Oh, here it is. I think he only showed up for like one match. But he was like, he just goes up to someone. I know I'm reading it verbatim here, but he was like, knock, knock. Who's there? Braden Walker. And I'm gonna knock your brains out. That's all I remember. That's about the only thing that he's known for.
It's like the most edgiest, like, phrase you can say.
Well, I mean, this was WWE ECW when they were trying to make it edgy, but, the very first thing you see is a zombie. Oh, man, that was a huge disappointment. Like, WWE ECW, I never had been more disappointed in my life. So, because, like I said, I like the wrestling that had blood in it. My favorite wrestler, one of my favorite wrestlers was Mick Foley.
Mick Foley.
Who was known for being a hardcore badass. So, when my dad was telling me all these stories about ECW, that, man, there was, like, blood constantly. They were doing, like, barbed wire, loser gets his mom raped in the middle of the ring death match and stuff like that. So I'm like, alright, this is gonna be awesome. Very first thing is... This is the very first thing I see! Immediately never... Just saw exactly where this was going.
Yeah, there's on Stars, there's a show called Heels coming out. It's, I forgot who it's about. Hold on.
I think I know what you're talking about. I think it was like trick wrestling, right?
No.
Wait, no, never mind. This is about two brothers, according to IMDb.
It's about, I think it's actually based on actual heels. I think, maybe not Jack Spade and then Ace Spade. But Mick Foley's going to be in it, and CM Punk's going to be in it.
Damn it! You had me interested until you said CM Punk.
I mean, CM Punk had his time in wrestling, but I think as he got older, as with age, performance goes down as well. And he just stayed in wrestling a little too long and then made that weird transition to UFC with no. I think he didn't. Does he have any like actual MMA background?
No. Apparently. Oh wait, no, I take it back. I think he said he has experience in sambo, and that was it. But that
And
could mean
some.
anything. Yo, I got
Oh,
experience in fucking Aikido. Doesn't mean I actually did anything.
yeah. So
Granted, even if I did do something with Aikido, it's not gonna help me.
apparently he's in a new one called Cage Fury Fighting Championship. It's an. Oh, he's a commentator.
But it's okay though. Hey, CM Punk fans, don't worry. He went from being 0-2 to 0-1. The second guy he fought that he lost to, tested positive for marijuana.
I think
3 years after the fact.
I think the biggest thing is he should have either stayed in one or the other.
Yeah.
Because I mean,
even if he stayed in one, I still wouldn't have liked him just because I hate his fans.
I don't really know much about his fans.
The
only thing I know about CM Punk is that he's like super straight edge.
Yeah. I just hate his fans because I was told he was the next evolution of wrestling, and I just didn't see it. But again, I'm old school. I like wrestlers that are on way too much goddamn steroids.
The next true evolution of wrestling could have been the Shield.
Yeah, and then they kind of fucked that into the dirt.
The Shield was perfect. They were good. They were good as heels or baby faces. They were great.
And honestly, they were the reason why I kept on watching wrestling.
And then, whenever they got involved with the Wyatt family, was when everything went down. Because at first it was cool. It's like, oh, the Shield's taking on a cult. And then it just started, it went on for too long and overstayed its welcome.
I wouldn't say that. The way they did that rivalry was perfect. Two trios that like organically went up the food chain when they finally, started teasing they were going up each other. Like week one, they just stared each other down from across the ring. Then, week by week, they slowly start getting closer before they actually start fighting. Then they had that one. This is the only time I remember them going up against the Y family. Then they actually had the match itself, and that was exactly what it needed to be. So I thought when they started going down the shitter was when they were going up against Evolution.
I forgot who was in Evolution.
At this particular time, it was originally Triple H, Ric Flair, Randy Orton, and Batista. And this time around, it was everybody except, Ric Flair. Because I think he was with his daughter at the time.
He was her manager.
Yeah. That was around the time it started going down the drain, and then they finally did the, every faction is going to have to split up eventually, so they decided this was going to be the point. And then they did absolutely nothing with it. Figured the next logical step would be figured the next logical step would be have all three of these guys mix and match them, have them do singles matches. No, they kind of fucked us around for about 4 months with just Seth Rollins and Redhead. Dean Ambrose, and kind of screwed that up.
Within the last, when was the last time I was actually invested? It was when Dean Ambrose was he became, I say in quotations, unstable.
Yeah.
When he started just basically going off the rails is when I actually got excited to watch wrestling, because I just liked seeing the character of Dean Ambrose come to life. And then I don't know what happened. I think after he went, his gimmick went from being something like oh, he's unhinged, he's crazy, to just, all right, we get it.
He's
You're
just
crazy.
retarded now. Man, I've
You're gonna have
never.
to beep that out.
Well, that's the best I can do to describe it. Who? I don't know why this happened. All right, you had what's his name? Head White. Well, Bray Wyatt. That's his name. You had Bray Wyatt dead to rights. Well, first of all, why is there a monitor under the ring that's plugged up? No one's under there, or at least they ain't supposed to be. So he decides to take this monitor instead of doing the smart thing and unplugging the thing. He was like, no, I'm going to try to hit this guy with it plugged up. And then it explodes his hands.
Some people just shoot for the moon and they shoot too high.
Yeah. Some people shoot to the moon and then they kind of overshoot it and it lands right back in the shit.
His head, he's like, this could be super cool. It's going to be a great spot, and just explodes. He's just like, shit, that wasn't a great spot.
Yeah. Oh, that was all. I think that was around the point when I was like, all right, I completely lost hope for this whole medium.
And then he went to AEW, which that is a rant for another day.
That's the less said about AEW, the better.
Yeah.
They turned my boy into a, what did I call him earlier? A child molester. Man.
It's just... But I remember back in... It was actually about the time we started hanging out, like, every day. When I had gotten 7th grade. We're like, let's start wrestling. And it was really cool. We had like our entire group of friends getting in on it. It was great. Came up with some crazy moves. I was a high flyer, which was really cool. Climbing 6 feet in the air and just jumping and hoping to God I landed on someone. And then, what we didn't know at the time was, the younger classmen, the elementary school kids, were seeing our shenanigans, and then they decided, what, screw it, we're just gonna copy.
Alright, before we continue though, let's go. It has to be said that our school was so small that we were right next door to the elementary school.
Yeah,
actually, we shared the same buildings.
Yeah, our elementary school and high school literally were all in the same building, and we shared a bridge.
Yeah.
On the 2nd floor. Like at the time when we went, there were only, at its most, when we were going to school, I think there was a max of like 200 kids or 250 kids in the entire school.
Yeah.
So every graduating class, and every time I say this, people are like, "What? Really?" I'm just like, "Yeah," because, and the reason they start getting super like holy crap, that's crazy. It's because my graduating class, I believe, was 12, and then yours was, I think,
like 30.
30. So our classes were tiny. I think we had like 20. Yeah. Our classes were tiny. So every grade from kindergarten to seniors could share an entire building with one another, and to get to the library they had to go across the high school way because that's where the library was. We were in the courtyard in between said library and the elementary school and the high school, just running around, jumping off of each other, trying to pin each other, just being stupid. And these kids started copying. We didn't know. It wasn't until our principal came out and was like, "Hey guys, it's like I love that y'all are active. At lunch you're not just sitting around. I love that you guys are wrestling, but can you maybe stop, because I'm getting complaints from the elementary school teachers that they're copying you. It's like you guys got to set an example. It's like I think it's great that you're doing this, but maybe not when the kids are around." We're like,
Yeah.
all right, no problem, no problem, don't worry. So we decided next logical step is football in doing stupid stuff in football.
Yeah.
So
Well, because, it makes sense that, we went from having, like, actual rules in the wrestling stuff where if you got a chokehold in, you got 10 seconds to get out before we call it, to,
yeah,
alright, you know what? How about a play where I jump off your back and land on that guy's neck?
so so a little backstory. So it was always teams of 2 to 3 because there's only like 9 of us. So is
If that,
if that
there was like 4
most
people.
days, well, it was like 6. Most days it was like 5 to 6. So each team had 2 to 3 people, and we're like, all right. So me and Sydney huddle up, and I was really tiny at the time. I was like 5'2", 120 pounds. I was small. I was like the shortest kid in a high school. In the high school, I was the shortest kid, and we were like, no one's gonna suspect this, so we're gonna call it the Van Halen. Don't know why we call it the Van Halen. We just decided that
Because
that's a cool name.
it was because they have a song called Jump.
Yeah. So he would hike the ball to me, and I would immediately run. Sydney would get down on one knee, or both knees, and I would jump on his back and try and jump over the opposing team and get a touchdown. This particular day, we did it. One of our really close friends, he was like 5'10" at the time. He
Yeah.
was huge. So he was coming in, and Sydney gets down. He's like, Van Halen gets down, jump up, and I literally slide from the back of his neck down his back, damn near crippling him, and I get the touchdown. He's fine. He's
Yeah.
fine. Just
He
get
lived.
that out of the way.
Yeah.
just he was laughing it off. He thought it was amazing that he became a slide essentially for a very short person.
Well, his neck became a slide.
His neck became a slide, and I was just happy that we didn't knock him unconscious, because that would have been very bad. Because it had been like a week where the principal was like, guys, let's stop the wrestling. All right, kids are starting to copy. We're like, all right, cool. Football. Everyone was playing catch in the courtyard. We're like, shit, we can do that. We can play tackle football. No pads. Tiny patch of grass.
Landing on each other's necks regardless.
And then that kind of evolved into wrestling again, except this time the principal didn't say anything, because we would only do it when the kids weren't around, weren't walking by. If they were walking by, we'd be like, all right, we gotta stop. And then we'd just kind of just talk or whatever. And then once the kids left, we'd go and get back to it. And our lunches were, how long were our lunches?
45
12
minutes.
1:15 to 2 o'clock. No,
12:15 to 2 o'clock.
12:15 to 2 o'clock.
Oh, no, sorry, 12:15 to 1 o'clock.
I thought it was like 12:15 to 1:15.
No.
It was something like that.
It was 45 minutes.
Okay. So.
Well, technically, 12:15 to 1:05.
Oh yeah, because we had a 5-minute passing period.
Yeah.
God, it's so weird to say passing period. It's so weird talking about high school.
Alliteration.
The alliteration, and just the fact that it's almost, actually to this day, it's been about, back whenever we were still doing like stupid stuff in high school where we were wrestling and playing football. It's been about 10 years. So just talking about passing period 10 years ago, it's just like, what happened? Now kids got half days every Wednesday.
Yeah, I saw that.
Every Wednesday they get out at 11:45. I'm just like, what?
Yeah,
we were lucky if we got one.
Yeah.
I'm just like,
well, I mean, I'm actually kind of happy about that. Because every time we had a half day, we'd go out to karaoke, and I don't think my wallet will have survived that.
That is true. We were very obsessed with karaoke.
I don't think it was necessarily a we thing. I think it was more of our friends thing.
Yeah, that sounds about right. But
Granted,
it
we love to go even when we do. Even though we weren't obsessed with it, we'd still go regardless.
because we like to be around our friends.
Yeah.
But yeah, like I've noticed these kids just like their lunch is at 11:45 now, so it's like 30 minutes earlier. They get out every Wednesday. Like every Wednesday's a half day. I'm just like, why? Why? But
Ooh, excuse me.
it is what it is, you know. I'm going back to where we're from and seeing what the school has become, just a pile of rubble.
Yeah.
It's kind of depressing because I remember when I moved to the States, we were I came back to visit or something, or no, I'd moved back, and I was like, oh, I'm gonna go down to Iwakuni. I want to see what this new high school looks like. It's the most depressing building ever.
Yeah. No
It's
color to it
it's
or anything.
no color. It's dull. The rooms are so spaced apart. It's like it's cool. Y'all got bigger classrooms. Y'all don't know what it's like to go from Mr. A's room to Mr. B's room to use a printer,
Yep.
or just to go to his room and work on animation or whatever. Like I missed like that's the biggest thing that I've noticed. And like some of the teachers I've talked to, they've noticed that like as dumb as it sounds, our school when it was in the same in like one big building, we're like one big family. We had to be. We saw each other constantly. We were seniors were in rooms with seventh graders because the teacher taught the same subject, and it happened less and less. But it like occasionally you'll have like a seventh grader in a classroom with seniors or like juniors with freshmen or whatever because the school was just so small. So teachers would have to, you know, all age groups would have to share a classroom at one point or another. And now it's this big gray building with nothing. Our school colors are maroon, black, and white. Was it maroon, black, and white, or maroon, black, and gold?
No, just maroon and white.
I remember. I think after I left, they started adding black to their uniforms, like the
I think that
jerseys.
might be a coach thing because I
Ah,
do
okay.
remember the coach was really obsessed with black.
Yeah, so maroon and white were our school colors. The building was maroon and white. We were we had a big painting of our mascot on a wall. And then we had did we have a mural?
Several, I believe.
And then now it's a white building with no color. It's like a depressing office. It's like you go in and there's no life.
Yeah.
Then you see the coolest part is the fact that the library still has the paintings that we did because for our area we did the entire school painted the Great Wave of what was it?
Oh, the kamikaze.
Yeah, and then
I think that's the name
the
of it.
the bridge in our area we painted, and then we put it up on two different sides, and every kid in the school had a part to play in it. 250 pieces of paper made a giant 12 by 12 mural that would go up in the library, and luckily that's still up. I think they took down the wave though, or the bridge. No, they took down the bridge because I think they remade it. Well, they had the students repaint it.
Sorry, it wasn't kamikaze. It was the Hokusai.
Ah, okay, the Hokusai wave. But you go in the school and all of a sudden just like, what happened? There's no sense of, familial feeling anymore. It's like a generic high school now, you know. I think that's what made our high school so unique is that we were the smallest school in the Pacific. I believe we were, right? Or was it
I think
Sasebo?
so.
I think it was our school then Sasebo were the two smallest.
Alright, but thanks for that. I have to, what's it called? Bleep those names out, but yeah, I think we were the smallest.
So we were tiny. So going back and seeing that there's a giant elementary school, a giant middle school, and a giant high school just doesn't have the same feel anymore. You don't get to see like little Johnny in fourth grade go to art class while you're going to Japanese or whatever.
Yeah.
Because it's on the same floor.
Well, hell,
So,
when we were going to school, wasn't exactly out of place for a, what's it called? Seventh graders and seniors to be hanging out. Because, the senior, the school wasn't big enough to have a junior varsity team and a varsity team.
yeah, it was either one or the other.
No, it was either you're in the sport or you're not in the sport.
And then whenever football started, that's whenever JV started coming in, I think.
I wouldn't go. Nah, when football finally came in, it wasn't so much JV finally came in. It was more we were considered JV because it was the first year we were actually playing.
Oh. And now,
so they wanted to offset the experience.
Yeah, so now we have a JV and varsity team at the school. Just don't feel normal.
Yeah.
Stateside people feel at home, but whenever you went to the school when we did, when you see what it is now, it's just not the same. It don't feel like the same place at all. Teachers are the same for the most part. Some new ones, but everything else is different.
Yeah,
It's
not the same. Seniors can no longer bully the seventh graders and get away with it.
They have to go to a completely different building now.
Yeah. If I wanted to shove a kid in the locker, I have to go across the street. That's bullshit.
Then another thing is that the school was always open. The doors were always unlocked because there's always a teacher in there or something. This school, you have to have a key to get in. Like, once the door closes, it locks.
Well, I mean, that even when we were going to school, it's the same way.
I'm talking like even when school is in.
Oh.
Once the doors close, the school is locked.
Okay, that's a little odd.
The office has to unlock the doors. It's an electronic lock system. I'm just like, what are you expecting to happen? It's like, it's this place. Nothing's gonna happen. I suppose
that would be the one place I would rob. Well, no, there was a kid actually broke into our school one time and stole shit.
Yeah, I remember. He stole chemicals.
Yeah, he stole the stuff from our chemistry teacher.
And then he wondered why he was expelled.
Yeah. Well, we had a handful of students that got expelled.
I only knew of one.
I know of 3. I
know of some dropped out.
There was the guy that we were just talking about. There was a dude. Well, I know of the guy you're thinking of, the guy that dropped out. That's because he got held back 4 times or 3 times. Yeah. Then there was a kid. Did you ever watch the video at our school where there was the fight?
Yeah.
Yeah, one of the guys in that video, he ended up getting expelled after a while.
Well, dang.
Yeah, as much as it sounds bad to say it, I was actually kind of happy he got thrown out. Because I had to sit next to him during biology class. and he'd have his phone out and because the room was dark, and he'd be watching porno. He'd go to the bathroom for, let's just say, 5 minutes, come back, and I have to sit next to that motherfucker while he is thinking.
Oof.
Oh fuck! It was awful.
It's such a weird place to do it.
Oh, you have no fucking idea, man.
I get that, dudes like masturbate, but why at school?
I fucking don't know. I fucking hated that shit.
I suppose it's for the best that he got expelled.
Yeah. And the second guy, or third guy I know that got expelled was, put it this way, he went to school for about a year. Or actually, I don't even think he survived the school for a year. I think he got thrown out pretty quickly. But, it was like day 3 and he already got suspended for, spray painting walls.
Oh, yeah. I remember that. That was a big fucking problem.
Yeah.
I like how, like, the big news at our school is someone spray painted a wall. It's like, really? Whoa!
Yeah.
Everywhere else is having, like, full-blown fist fights and stuff.
And that's spray painting walls. I think they wrote like beast mode on the walls and shit. And then there's that issue for like a year straight. Someone was drawing swastikas in the toilet.
Oh yeah, I remember that. Someone legit carved one into the
yeah, they had
what's
to
it
replace
called?
that.
The stall, the men's
stall.
bathroom wall.
Yeah, and they had to
Because
replace
paint
the whole
just
thing.
wouldn't work anymore. Yeah.
Yeah.
I wonder if I think his family had to pay for it too.
I think so as well. But
Well, before we continue, I gotta pee. Sorry.
All right, it's spicy. So let me go ahead and grab some coffee too.
All right. Okay.
Hold on. Alright, sweet. Alright, shit, what we're talking about. Yeah. You remember when we were supposed to be talking about what it's like being half?
Yeah. It is what it is.
Let me go ahead and take that card.
Eventually, we'll get to it.
Yep. Let's see. What were we talking about?
We just got done with, like, the biggest thing to happen at school was someone spray painted stuff.
Yeah. Oh, swastika on the walls. Man,
Yeah.
actually, the first time I saw that, it legitimately scared me. Just because I was in the toilet, I wasn't paying no mind on the wall. Yeah, I had my pants around my ankles. Honestly, most of the times whenever I went to the bathroom at school, I just used it as an excuse to listen to my music. Or listen to music. So I'm sitting there, I was really into Rammstein at the time. You know, I'm over there, you know, all about that each wheel and do Hast. All of a sudden I look at the wall, giant ass swastika. I was like, oh shit, they know.
They know we have to get out of here now.
Yeah. Well, I wasn't gonna get out there right that second. I had to wipe first.
That's something I never got. Is like during like seminar, we were never able to listen to stuff.
Oh,
like
seminar was our homeroom, by the way.
Yeah. Fourth period every other day, we would get 90 minutes to do basically just homework. It was the most boring period of the day.
Yeah.
Because, you know, there's only so much you can do to kill boredom for 90 minutes.
Yep. Also, though, since I had really long hair at the time, I got away with listening to music in most of my classes.
It's because you had that hidden.
Yeah, I had it hidden under my clothes and my hair.
Sounds about right.
Can't do that anymore. Man.
But it was. I enjoyed my time in our school. Would I go back to that time? No, absolutely not.
Oh fuck no! I hate school.
I lived it once. I'm good. I'm grateful that I went through it, but I'm good. But yeah, it was good times, man.
Yeah.
But I got nothing else really.
What in the hell?
I'm starting to fade.
Wait, are they remaking Bleach?
There's a new series.
Well, oh wait,
it's supposed to be coming out.
Oh wait, I guess it's about their kids. Oh, so they're taking the Boruto route.
I don't think it's about their kids.
That's the only thing I can think of because I don't remember there being a baby orange-haired kid with a katana.
Let's see.
New breathes from hell. Oh dear Lord, please don't tell me that that's the actual name. Yep, new breathes from hell. Oh wait, it's just a one-shot apparently.
Mm.
Alright, I'm just going through A right now, just seeing. Since we're supposed to talk about anime and, if we're sticking to the hour and a half formula, we still got, 20 minutes. Apparently people get the shit kicked out of them in One Piece.
It's still a show that I don't think I'll ever sit down to actually watch One Piece. It's too long. I'm not going to sit through 800 episodes. However many are now. How many are there?
I checked about 2 years ago and it was up past 500. Or no, sorry, it was up to like 800, I believe.
It's the last time I checked.
But,
so, as of January 4th, it has reached 1,000 episodes.
I actually saw an episode of it when I went to Kitakyushu last time.
Oh, really?
Yeah. No, I'll say because I had a match down there. But
Mm-hmm.
before my match, I'm at the hotel. I was getting ready. Wait, was it Kitakyushu? Yeah, it was Kitakyushu. It was before my match. I couldn't remember if it was last time I went drinking or last time I had a match, but last time I had a match. Because it was in the really tiny room where I could barely walk in. But, yeah, I'm watching it. It was like, they were doing like some samurai shit now.
Oh, wow.
Man.
It's gonna be interesting.
Oh, sorry, I thought you were talking about this video here of some little white baby staring at two black chicks' asses.
The
I think these two black chicks created a monster. But
then recently, Evangelion finished its run. Like its final movie is out now, and like they're done.
Yeah.
The series, the series as a whole has reached its conclusion.
Well, I thought the series reached its conclusion years ago when they made the end of Evangelion.
Well, the end of Evangelion, what's it called, Kaoru, one of the characters in the show, basically reset the timeline so that the movies are a completely different timeline, basically. Because in the original timeline, almost everybody died.
Yeah.
And Kaoru was like, Shinji, I can set the time, I can reset time and make you happy again. Do you want me to do that? And he's like, yes. So he reset everything, and that's whenever he became, whenever the movies started, where none of the characters had died at that point, and it just kind of, it's like an alternate timeline to the original series. So I haven't seen it yet, because I think they're putting the third one on Amazon soon, so Prime Japan will have it, so I'll have to sit down and watch it. But I'm curious to see how they end it. I've heard people have mixed feelings about the ending, but I'm always curious to see, because Evangelion is still my favorite anime that I've seen. It's just, it was aside from Kanokon, I didn't really start obsessively watching anime until I watched Evangelion. And then I moved into other things from there for about 2 years, and then I stopped whenever I moved to the States. And then Toonami.
I couldn't get into Evangelion just because I'm so fucked up. Yeah, you are. That's why I'm not watching this anymore.
But it still blows me away that the creator of Evangelion was on, what's it called? He worked with Ghibli.
Yeah, I forget what
that
movie
just
off the top of my head though.
Blows me away.
Well, they all gotta start somewhere. Wait, hold up. I'm trying to remember exactly what it was that he worked on.
I think it was Earthsea.
Nah, I don't think it was Earthsea. It was oh, here it is. He worked on Nausicaa.
Ah.
Actually, wait, what in the hell? Nausicaa ain't even on here. Wait, what the hell? Wait, yeah, I thought it was before Castle in the Sky.
I think Castle in the Sky was the first one, and then Nausicaa came.
84. No, it was before Castle in the Sky. Yeah, I thought so.
Maybe it was before Ghibli was established as Ghibli. Oh no, there it is.
It's under feature films on here for some reason, but not on this list.
Someone at Wikipedia made a boo boo.
Yeah, fuck you, Wikipedia. Sponsor us.
We'll happily promote your shit service.
Yeah. I found out on Wikipedia that the French and Indian War really wasn't with the French and Indians. It was the Japanese going up against the Vietnamese. What the fuck?
I just love how Wikipedia, like, it strives to be a reliable source of information, but it just allows random people on the internet to edit it.
I think there was 2 kids at our school just made up an entire war and just put it on Wikipedia.
I wouldn't be too surprised.
If I had talked to that dude again, I'll ask.
Because most of the guys that went to our school they were always creative.
Well, I was gonna go with they had way too much time on their hands.
I mean, where we lived, there wasn't really much to do aside from take a train.
Oh no, they did this
away.
while I was in school.
Oh.
Or while they were in school. It was during that seminar period.
Ah, yeah. Just goes
They're
to show
just
that
so
seminar is
bored.
not needed.
They made up an entire they made up an entire war
And put it up on Wikipedia.
Wait, hold on. What in the hell? This is still a thing?
What? Kale?
Kaon, yeah.
I believe so. It's a
Where are they
mango
gonna
now.
go from here? I thought
College.
Oh, well, yeah, I guess in hindsight that makes sense. Wait, what's shuffle?
That's a good question.
Oh, it just says, the Kaon Shuffle. Oh, here we go. It just says it's a sequel.
Alright, thanks for that lovely bit of information.
That really helped. Thank you so much. It actually doesn't begin as a 4-panel. Yeah, it doesn't say what happened. Oh man, damn.
Sworn they went. Unless it was an OVA where they went to college.
I see it says like K-Odd College there. Well, at least on A, but oh, here we go. Is it made by the same people? Follows 2 parallel storylines. One is about the Hokako tea time, and they sell it to Jesus Christ. Yui, Mio, Ritsu, and Mugi settle into their new university life at Women's University. Good going, fandom.com. Spell check never happened.
Spell check, it doesn't exist.
Spell check is for pussies. Everyone at fandom.com went to university. University. There we go. Okay, so, after the 4 original bitches graduated, the little sister, whoever the hell June was, and Azusa remade the band.
Huh.
Who the hell was June? I don't remember her.
Some random character.
Yeah, her. I didn't watch. I didn't watch no damn K-On! As a kid. You know what I watched? I watched Lucky Star.
Didn't you watch Beck?
I actually never watched. I watched the movie Beck. I never actually watched the anime. The song, hit in America. I only found out about that because I went on Google and looked up deathmatch wrestling, and someone made a music video of like Big Japan and Freedom hardcore matches with that song.
Well, dang.
I don't understand what Hit in America has to do with breaking light tubes off each other's heads, but god damn it, that's why I love the song.
Well, obviously, wrestling was made in America.
It's an American sport. Oh shit! I wish we. God damn it! I wish we weren't living in the environment we were in. Oh, I would go off. I have plenty of jokes to put it in the lack of a better term. I'll let you people decide what kind of jokes.
Wrestling jokes.
Yeah, we'll go with that. Speaking of anime, Baki was pretty good. Well, at least the first 2 seasons of it. I didn't watch the China tournament arc yet.
All I know is Baki has face on the back.
He doesn't. His dad does.
Oh. Well, I didn't know that.
Well, we can. I guess we can end this with a disco. Oh God.
I'm trying to think of other things. Yeah, that's the only thing I know from Baki.
Basically, once upon a time, imagine people that are so goddamn strong that they don't even feel the need to join the UFC. One of the characters is so damn strong. The American militaries across the world, including the U.S. military, have peace negotiations with him alone.
Oh, wow.
Just so he don't turn on them.
Well, I suppose that makes sense.
Well, then, would you want to fight a dude that can't be killed?
I mean, if he bleeds, he can die.
I don't even think I've seen him bleed yet. Well, hell, from what I remember, no one's been able to even land a legit punch to him.
But yeah, being legit doesn't make sense.
No, well, when I say a legit punch, I mean like a clean, full power hit.
Oh.
I think as far as I got into the series, I only seen one person land a relatively clean hit, and that was baby Muhammad Ali. And he was, allowed to hit him. Well, I forget the name of the character. I think it was Muhammad Ali Jr., I believe. Or, sorry, Muhammad Ali Jr.
So the dad is the unkillable one?
Baki's dad, yeah.
Okay.
Yujiro Hanma.
Is Baki trying to fight him?
Yeah, basically he wants to overcome his dad.
Ah.
Which is amazing, because that's the story of all great children. They just want to beat the hell out of their dad. Kinda like me. I want to beat the hell out of my dad. For no other reason than he's my dad. At least Baki has a reason. Baki's dad killed his mother.
Well, dang.
Actually, sorry, that's reminded. Oh, that's Baki's grandfather, Yuichiro Hanma. But there was some weird video I saw a while back. Speaking of Baki, let me see if I can find it real quick. Eric, talk while I'm doing that.
Another show that I want to watch is Kengan Ashura. I just find it interesting that corporations would hire a fighter to settle disputes among each other.
I actually like Kengan Ashura more than Baki.
Really?
Yeah. Just because they actually what's that word? Like they actually like wrestlers in Kengan Ashura. Baki, the one wrestler, is a complete and utter jobber, and he sucks. Meanwhile, in Kengan Ashura, the one wrestler they have is a complete and utter badass.
He's also American.
No, he's Japanese.
I thought he was American.
No. The wrestler is Japanese. He's
like super invested in kayfabe, so...
Yeah, he's super invested that he got the company to use their one substitute to use a different character of his. I love him. And he's also based, like, I thought he was going to be based on, like, some popular wrestlers. Well, I don't want to say popular like that, but yo. Like, I was expecting, like, some 1990s wrestlers.
Yeah.
No. He's based on, like, 2000s Big Japan wrestlers.
Maybe that's the best time in Big Japan was for, like, so, like, the author.
Yeah.
Is, like, he thought that Big Japan was best in the early 2000s.
Well, it was. They had the 4 wrestlers that he picked were the 4 wrestlers that influenced Sekibashi. This is Sekibashi, by the way. Were actually my 4 of my favorite wrestlers. Oh, and that's
Really?
that's his
Him as Sting?
other character. Nah, he has 2 characters.
Ah.
So, normally he's just Sekibashi Jun. This is the character that he goes out as sometimes. I forget his name though. The Hell Diva, I believe.
Oh, okay.
And he hold up. So the 4 wrestlers are Jun Kasai. Actually, I do have a story about meeting Jun Kasai. I'll show you who he is just in case.
I know who he is.
Okay, alright, that's Jun Kasai. And, alright, I'm also saying it out loud, just kind of like making mental notes, because, hey, if this is pre-recorded, I'm going to try my, fuck, I don't think I'm going to be able to get this edited in time, so, yeah, I'll just call it quits on that. Well, there, it's splicey here. I'm still in OSW's thing with the splicey, by the way. I only got to edit like 3 or 4 things, so I'll just fucking do it quick as shit. So, Jun Kasai, what was his name? The other dude. Jackie Numazawa, I believe. Yeah, Jackie Numazawa, this dude. You can kind of see it with the hairstyle a little bit. What? Not Yuji Nagata. Oh, something Bayashi. Oh, sorry. Yuji Okabayashi. I couldn't remember his name for some reason. And, my personal favorite. Shit. Oh, shit. Of course, after I say, oh, he's my favorite, I forget his name completely. Damn, alright, I'm gonna fucking figure out his name a little bit later. Here. Sekibayashi. It'll say it on the we're going to back to fandom.com. Holy shit, I couldn't remember anything to save my life. Daisuke Sekimoto, that's his name. This dude. I really like that dude's body style, that's what I'm aiming for.
Nice.
That he ain't that tall, but god damn it, he is big as fuck. Never want to be in the ring with him. I know a dude that actually did have a match with him. It was a guy named, he's retired now, but his name was Sakigake. For his retirement match, he went up against this dude, and man, his chest was just completely black by the end of the match.
Oh, wow.
But, yeah, so, Jun Kasai, during one of my shows, I actually met him. I'm sitting backstage, I'm eating lunch, they prepared bentos for everybody. I'm just eating, all of a sudden, I hear, Otsuka-sama, or Otsuka, right? I thought it was one of the guys I already met, I didn't know he was going to be showing up. I'm just over there eating, turn around, look at him, Otsuka, went back to eating, wait a minute. Just happened to look back over, so it was Jun Kasai. Man, my hand started, I'd never been this nervous, my hand legitimately started shaking. Like, the whole time, just like, holy fucking shit, that's Jun Kasai. Wait a minute, yeah, that's him, holy shit. Because, he was my favorite
person ever.
He was my favorite wrestler when, during that time, I stopped watching WWE. I did start watching Big Japan at the time, and he was, like, the guy I kind of, like, fell in love with. I actually told that dude that story afterwards. I'm like, dude, when you walked in the room, I started shaking. I was scared. I was nervous. He
How did he
started laughing.
react?
Oh, he laughed. He laughed. The owner of Freedom started laughing. Damn. Good times. He was a cool dude, though. Pretty relaxed. Well, more relaxed than I thought he'd be. Running around with all them damn scars. You figured he'd be a, I was actually expecting him to be a serial killer.
Nah.
But yeah. That's kind of what I noticed about wrestling, you know. Even though all these dudes, could probably whoop my ass if they really wanted to. They're all generally pretty chill. I don't think I ever met, like, one guy where I'm like, man, this dude's a complete and utter piece of shit.
Most wrestlers in Japan are humble.
Yeah. I like to think it's because they beat the fuck out of you day one. My teacher beat the hell out of me day one.
I think it's also because they understand the position that they're in.
Yeah.
Because, you know, at the end of the day, yes, they are athletes, but to you, they're potential teachers and role models, essentially, so they have to carry themselves in a certain way, in a certain
maybe
not mindset, but it's, I've noticed that athletes in Japan are far more humble than the ones in the States.
Man,
that's no fault on the States or anything, you know. It's just how they are.
I think you're saying American athletes are assholes. Feel free to whoop his ass. Man.
Well, whenever you see some of their stuff they put on, like, Twitter and stuff, it kind of rubs off that way, so.
Freaking, there was, man, since we were talking about people beating my ass, I remember, like, it was, like, practice number 3 I went to. My teacher is a lady named Michiko Omukai. She was apparently a pretty big wrestler back in the day.
Mm-hmm.
I had never really followed Japanese women's wrestling, so I don't know much. But I remember, sorry. So, we were actually doing, like, chair hitting practice. She was like, you know, if you ever get hit with the chair, if it's across the, you know, if it's across the back, only real thing you can do, because in wrestling, God forbid you get the fuck out of the way. Only thing you can do is tighten your back up and just take it. That. But, yo, I'm obviously not going to beat the hell out of you here, so just so you know, you get the feel of tightening your back up, I'm going to tap the floor twice with the chair and then hit you. Her star student goes up first. Hits the floor twice. Bop! Alright. All well and good. Next guy goes up, you know, dude that's been there for a good minute. Tap, tap. Bop! Alright, all good. I go up and bend over. Bop! What the fuck? What happened to the tap, tap? You're bigger than everybody else. You can take it. Alright, I don't know if that's a... I couldn't tell if that was an insult or a compliment.
Right.
But hey, at least she was like, yeah, you know what, you're a bad motherfucker, Sydney. Feel free to just take 2 chair shots across the back.
She has confidence in you.
Yep. Well, I mean, you've seen pictures of the other students in that school. I am bigger than like 2 of them put together.
That is true.
That, and she also never had a gaijin as a student.
Yeah, I remember you told me that once, like, when you first started.
And she immediately looks at one of the guys that I trained with. This fucker does speak English, right? Or it does speak Japanese, right? Yo, you could have just turned around and asked me specifically if I speak Japanese, but yeah, I do. Man, life ain't hard. Life is hard for a half Japanese guy. I like how they
think
have.
on think on that note, it's a good place to end it.
That is true, but first, I'm just letting this little video here play out of all the fucked up shit that Yujiro Hanma can do, like apparently chop a dude in half with his hand.
Mm.
Good lord. Alright, we'll call it quits here because it's actually a little bit past the 1 minute or 1 hour 30-minute mark.
Nice.
Any final words?
We will see you next week.
Yep.
Same time, same place.
Yeah, hopefully next week it's not a pre-taped episode like it is today.
Yeah.
I apologize for that. That's my fault.
It's all good. It is all good.
See you guys later.
Later, guys.